Hey there, X-Men fans! Today we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing twists in Wolverine history, the concept of Lupus Sapiens. Can you imagine the shock when we found out Wolverine might not actually be a mutant, but a whole different species evolved from canines? Mind-blowing, right? At first, this revelation seemed to set Wolverine apart from his fellow mutants, offering a fresh perspective on his origin. And it wasn't just about him. It aimed to explain why characters like Sabretooth and Wildchild shared similar powers and appearances. But hold on, folks. Plot twist coming. The ever-scheming villain Romulus later revealed it was all a clever ruse to manipulate Wolverine. Even though the Lupus Sapiens idea got debunked, it taught us an essential lesson. Character development is like walking a tightrope. The delicate balance between innovation and staying true to characters' identity in the X-Men universe is vital. After all, it's what makes them connect with us, the fans. So in this video, we'll take a wild journey through Lupus Sapiens' origins, exploring the species that gave birth to Wolverine-like mutants and monsters. It's a thrilling ride that challenges everything we knew about mutants and adds a whole new layer of complexity to Wolverine's incredible backstory. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you, let's begin. Exploring the story arc that explains Lupus Sapiens and Wolverine's true origins. In the shadows of secrecy and deception, the claws of Wolverine unsheathe a tapestry of shocking revelations, unveiling the cryptic layers of his enigmatic past. Jeff Loeb and Simone Bianchi's evolution arc, etched within the pages of Wolverine Volume 3 from 2007, weaves a tale that sends tremors through the core of Logan's being. The new decade brought a thirst for exposing buried truths, and Logan's restored memory in House of M by Brian Michael Bendis and Olivier Coipel ignited a cascade of twisted surprises in the Wolverine saga. Within the Labyrinth narrative, Romulus, the ancient malevolence behind Wolverine's torment, weaves a web of falsehoods that leads to a revelation seemingly beyond comprehension. Issue number 53 unearths the startling claim that Wolverine isn't a mutant at all, but rather a lupine, a breed that evolved from canines instead of apes. The lupine, dubbed as Lupus Sapiens, stand apart from their human Homo sapiens counterparts and their mutant brethren, Homo superior. This audacious twist attempts to justify the uncanny similarities shared by Logan, Sabretooth, and Wildchild in both powers and appearances, while adding to Wolverine's enigmatic appeal. However, the dark corridors of deceit hold more secrets than one can fathom. In a surprising turn of events in 2012, Jeff Loeb and Simone Bianchi unravel the woven fabric of falsehoods in a renumbered Wolverine, Volume 2, number 312. Romulus's claim is exposed as an elaborate ploy to ensnare Logan into his malevolent cause. It is an omission of retcon, a deft twist engineered to counter the waves of fan backlash that threaten to drown the lupine revelation in skepticism. Wolverine's tale is not the sole saga where ancestral truths face the crucible of retcon. Bill Mantlo and June Brigman's Alpha Flight number 50 reveals the Norse lineage of North Star and Aurora, only to have James Hudnall and John Calamy later exposed Loki's deception in Alpha Flight. Similarly, Rob Liefeld and Fabian Nizieza's revelation of Cannonball's immortality as an external is swathed in doubt when Jeff Loeb, Adam Polina, and Bud LaRosa imply it was a deception all along in X-Force number 54. These narratives bear testament to the inextricable link between X-Men characters and their mutant identity. A shift away from this primal foundation introduces complexities that echo far beyond individuality. It challenges their symbiotic relationship with the X-Men's allegorical struggle against oppression faced by mutants. Their place within the fabric of X-Men titles, teeming with mutant-specific threats, becomes precarious, even as a shroud of mystery enriches their allure. Amidst the cacophony of twists and turns, a crucial lesson emerges. The art of revelation must be wielded with the utmost care. A delicate balance must be struck between quenching the thirst for exploration and preserving the sanctity of a character's core essence. Mutants have always been lifeblood of the X-Men franchise, embodying the essence of their fight for equality and acceptance. In this ever-expanding universe of superheroes, restraint and thoughtful storytelling are the true catalysts for captivating readers. Let the secrets of these characters simmer, enhancing their complexity without stripping them of their intrinsic identities. For in the end, it's the mystery that keeps us spellbound, whispering to us that sometimes less is more. In 2003, Marvel Comics published a story arc arc in the Wolverine comic book series that explored the character's true origins. The story titled Origins revealed that Wolverine was not actually a mutant, but rather a member of a previously unknown species of humanoid animals called Lupus Sapiens. Lupus Sapiens were a race of beings that were descended from wolves. They were physically stronger and more durable than humans, and they possessed a number of animalistic traits, such as enhanced senses and claws. Wolverine's father, Thomas Logan, was a member of the Lupus Sapien species, and his mother, Elizabeth Howlett, was a human. Wolverine's Lupus Sapien heritage gave him superhuman strength, durability, and healing factor. It also gave him retractable claws, which were originally bone claws that were later replaced with adamantium. Lupus Sapiens were a highly advanced race with a sophisticated understanding of science and technology. They lived in a hidden society separate from humans. They were hunted to near extinction by humans, who feared and misunderstood them. Wolverine is the only known surviving member of the Lupus Sapien species. The Origins story arc was a major turning point in Wolverine's history. It revealed his true origins and gave him a new sense of identity. It also helped to explain his superhuman powers and his place in the world. The Origins story arc was controversial among fans, as it contradicted previous stories that had established Wolverine as a mutant. However, the story was ultimately accepted by most fans, and it remains one of the most definite accounts of Wolverine's origins. Who is Romulus, aka the leader of the Lupines? So, Wolverine experiences these crazy flashbacks induced by Romulus himself. We see Romulus leading the Lupines in prehistoric and barbaric times, even being an emperor in ancient Rome. But that's not all. He's also the mastermind behind Weapon X, the program that gave Wolverine his adamantium claws and healing factor. In the present, Romulus starts messing with other mutants, like restoring Feral and Thorn's feline appearances and supercharging Wild Child's powers. He even does something really creepy with Sabretooth, wiping away all traces of humanity from him, leading to a deadly confrontation with Wolverine, later revealed to be a clone of Sabretooth. But that's not all Romulus is up to. He's got some big plans for Wolverine's son, Daken. Turns out, Romulus took Daken from his dead mother's womb and raised him to be a ruthless killer. Talked about messed up, right? Nick Fury spills the beans to Wolverine, explaining that Romulus has been manipulating his family's bloodline for centuries, with Daken meant to be the next generation Weapon X. The plot thickens as Romulus makes his move, setting traps and orchestrating events, and even having ties with Russian authorities. He arranges Omega Red's transfer to get Wolverine's attention, and it leads to a brutal showdown between them. But Romulus isn't what he seems, and Wolverine figures out his deceptions. It all comes to a head when Wolverine confronts Romulus with the help of other heroes and his son Daken. After a fierce battle, Wolverine decides not to kill Romulus, but strands him in the Dark Force dimension. But Romulus isn't done yet. Thanks to Sabretooth's scheming, he manages to break free and goes after Wolverine again. Enter Remus, a mysterious woman with a red mane who reveals herself to be Romulus's twin sister. She assists Wolverine in his fighting against their twisted sibling and spills some shocking secrets about Romulus's true intentions. It turns out that Romulus's Lupine Sapiens story was all a hoax, and his real plan is to create a master race of mutants enhanced with a new type of adamantium made from vibranium mined illegally from Wakanda. Yikes! Wolverine doesn't hold back and goes all out against Romulus, uncovering the extent of his enhanced abilities and the twisted experiments he underwent to become an imitation of Wolverine himself. The battle between Wolverine and Romulus is fierce, and in the end, Wolverine comes out on top, sending Romulus to the notorious Raft prison. Phew, that's one roller coaster of a story, isn't it? Wolverine faced deception, manipulation, and a dangerous enemy who tried to become just like him. But our favorite adamantium-clawed mutant proved he's more than a match for any foe. Just like Wolverine, Romulus has some seriously impressive abilities. He's got an accelerated healing factor that's put any humans to shame. It allows him to regenerate his tissues at an insanely fast rate, healing even the most gruesome wounds in a matter of seconds. Talk about handy in a fight. And guess what? His healing factor also gives him incredible longevity, making him thousands of years old. Yes, you heard that right. Romulus claims to be ancient, but he might exaggerate a bit to keep his enigmatic vibe. However, with the appearance of Remus, it's confirmed that he's been around for several thousand years. Though he shows some signs of aging, he's still in top-notch physical shape, looking like he's in his prime. But that's not all. Romulus's senses are on a whole different level too. His sight, smell, and hearing are superhuman, making him a formidable opponent in any battle. And his strength is nothing to scoff at either. He's strong enough to lift Wolverine effortlessly with just one hand and toss him across the room. Watch out for those claws. Speaking of claws, Romulus has got some wicked ones too. He's got a retractable, razor-sharp claw at the tip of each finger. And guess what? They're made of adamantium, just like Wolverine's. Yep, virtually indestructible and capable of slicing through pretty much anything. But wait, there's more. Romulus has some telepathic tricks up his sleeve too. He can mess with Wolverine's mind, manipulate his memories, and even create false ones. Pretty sneaky, right? Though he's not as telepathically powerful as Professor Xavier, he still knows how to get inside Wolverine's head. When it comes to appearance, Romulus is quite the sight to behold. He's taller and more imposing than Sabretooth, and he rocks a unique font when he speaks, giving off an ancient vibe. He often appears naked, but on some occasions he wears clothes to blend in with regular folks. And let's not forget his striking facial features, resembling both Sabretooth and Wolverine, with sideburns, pointy ears, and canine fangs. His long white hair and black bangs give him an unforgettable look, and he sometimes ties it in a ponytail like Omega Red. And get this, he's got a one-of-a-kind accent that sounds like a mix of Italian and Japanese, making him even more mysterious and intriguing. Oh, buckle up for this one, because Romulus is not just a tough guy with claws. This dude's got brains, brawn, and a whole criminal empire to back him up. First off, Romulus is crazy smart. We're talking genius-level intelligence, especially when it comes to genetics and other areas of science. He knows the stuff that'll make your head spin. With that kind of knowledge, he can probably whip up some seriously wild experiments and plans. But wait, there's more. Romulus isn't just sitting on his brains. He's got his hands dirty in the criminal underworld. Yeah, he controls the massive criminal empire spread all over the globe. I'm talking big-time connections and shady dealings in every corner of the world. This guy is like a criminal mastermind. And let's not forget about his master manipulation skills. Romulus loves to pull the strings from the shadows. He's the kind of guy who prefers to work behind the scenes, orchestrating things from the shadows. You might not even realize he's messing with your mind until it's too late. Now here's the scary part. Romulus is a force to be reckoned with in hand-to-hand combat. He's got thousands of years of experience under his belt, and that's not something you want to mess with. Can you imagine the kind of fighting skills he's picked up throughout the years? Yikes. Oh, and did I mention he's practically a living history book? Romulus has been around for so long that he's seen the rise and fall of countless civilizations. He's got extensive knowledge of foreign and ancient cultures, which adds to his enigmatic aura. Was Wolverine's lupine origins a lie all along? Yes, Wolverine's lupine origins were a lie all along. In 2014, Marvel Comics published a story arc in the Wolverine comic book series that revealed that Wolverine wasn't actually a member of the Lupus Sapiens species, but rather a mutant. The story, titled The Return of Logan, was written by Jason Aaron and drawn by Rabid. The story arc revealed that Wolverine's true origins were much more complex than had previously been thought. It was revealed that Wolverine's father, Thomas Logan, was a human, but his mother, Elizabeth Howlett, was a mutant. Wolverine was born with the X gene, but his mutation was suppressed by his father's Lupus Sapiens DNA. When Wolverine was a child, he was subjected to a series of experiments by Romulus, the leader of the Lupus Sapiens. Romulus wanted to create a perfect soldier, and he believed that Wolverine was the key to his plan. The experiments gave Wolverine his superhuman strength, durability, and healing factor. They also gave him his retractable claws, which were originally bone claws that were later replaced with adamantium. Wolverine eventually escaped from Romulus and went on to live a life as a superhero. However, he was always haunted by his past, and he never fully understood his true origins. The Return of Logan story arc finally gave Wolverine the answers he'd been searching for. The story arc was met with mixed reactions from fans. Some fans were disappointed that Wolverine's lupine origins were revealed to be a lie. However, other fans appreciated the complexity of the story and the way that it explored Wolverine's character. Ultimately, the Return of Logan story arc was a significant event in Wolverine history. It gave Wolverine a new understanding of his past and his place in the world. It also helped to redefine Wolverine's character and make him more relatable to fans. As we reach the final chapter of our exploration into the enigmatic world of Lupus Sapiens, we find ourselves enchanted by the sheer diversity of this fascinating species. From Wolverine-like mutants with remarkable regenerative powers, to mesmerizing monsters that that dwell in the realms of fantasy, the allure of Lupus Sapiens is truly undeniable. Throughout our journey, we have witnessed the boundless creativity of human imagination, pushing the boundaries of what we perceive is possible. This captivating species serves as a reminder that curiosity knows no limits, and that the human spirit yearns for the excitement of adventure and discovery. As we conclude our quest into the origins of Lupus Sapiens, we are left with a sense of wonder and inspiration. It reminds us that even in the face of the unknown, there is a spark within each of us that seeks to unravel the mystery of the universe. So let us carry that spirit of Lupus Sapiens with us, embracing the joy of exploring new possibilities and embracing the magic of our imagination. As we continue our journey through life, may we never lose sight of the enchanting wonders that lie within and beyond our grasp. For in the world of Lupus Sapiens, the extraordinary becomes an extraordinary part of who we are. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.